Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome back to Kulenergy Podcast. 2020 has been such a trash year. With the pandemic, COVID-19 has impacted us on such a global scale. It had left us with a lot of burdens, depression, and struggle, and the list goes on. On every social media platform, news has talked so much about the negative aspect of the pandemic, how people are just struggling to survive. It's depressing to hear. But what I want to do for all the listeners is to see the good side of 2020. And there's a lot to be grateful for. And I will share with you what mine are. I'm grateful for technology. And the reason being, if it were 25 years ago, the possibility of being able to communicate with someone who is hundreds of miles away, even thousands of miles away, if we couldn't even communicate very well, we could make phone calls. But guess what? That costs a lot of money. And I can speak from experience because when I was younger, I had over $1,000 in phone bill. And boy, was I grounded for a long time. So, thanks to technology, not only we do not have to just make long-distance, expensive phone call or writing a physical letter, we can just go onto our phone, turn on FaceTime for free, and speak to someone face-to-face, not literally, but face-to-face in communication. Imagine how we communicate with people now on a whole wide world level. It's amazing. I'm grateful that I'm able to go on FaceTime and able to communicate with my family and friends. That is so wonderful. If we didn't have this technology this year, it's going to be very, very depressing. I'm even sad because a phone call is just not going to do it. But being able to visually see someone around this time of the year that you want to be around, and I get it. It's unfortunate because we can't be there with each other in person, literally. But just being connected, that we're all in the same boat here. We shouldn't feel alone. We should be grateful that we still have our health, that we still have a shelter, and that we're still safe. Our family is safe. Our friends are safe. Whoever is close to us that we care so much about, we're safe. Let's be grateful for that. I'm also grateful for the fact that I was very fortunate to figure out how to adapt in this unfortunate situation. I'm very grateful that I'm able to, quote unquote, survive, but scratch that. I'm fortunate that I'm able to thrive during this year. I want to share with everyone to understand that we need to get out of our mindset or the mentality of trying to survive, but start to thrive. Because we can do it. We are adaptable creature. Us as mankind, us as people, we can adapt because it's so much easier to adapt than to change. When I say change, it's force the change or trying to change something back to what it was. I'm sorry to say that this year, we can't be going back anymore. We need to see that the future is here and we're moving at such a fast pace. It wasn't easy. I can honestly say it wasn't easy adapting. But the person I am, I'm very stubborn, so I refused to give up. And I figured out how. We cannot just lay back and just wait. Or in a harsher tone, we can't just sit back and rot. Because the world will continue to turn, even if we don't move. So I'm very grateful that I make the best of the bad situation. I'm also grateful for the relationship I have with my family, my lady, and my friends. This year, our relationship had became better. It has strengthened. And I'm very grateful for that. Because at the end of the day, I have realized all the friends and family had really show the careness, show the concern, show the love and caring nature toward me. During these tough times, I found out who were there for me. I learned who are my true family, whether they're my friend or close blood relative. I'm very grateful for that. And it's a precious time as Christmas. It's the holiday, it's the season, it's what is represent. It's not religious, it's not corporate. It's just for the idea that let's be grateful and let's celebrate it in a different way this year. Let's learn to adapt how to bring the family together on Skype, on Zoom, on FaceTime. There's way. We can be in communication with hundreds of people if you want to. We can have grandma on the picture of FaceTime in China, and we can have our uncle who live in Italy, or we can even have my distant cousin that live down in Brazil, and we're all going to be on the same Zoom or on the same Skype talking to each other around the holiday and just going around talking, chatting, and being connected. Something that we couldn't do before. Something we couldn't do 25 years ago. Not even 20 years ago. I'm so grateful that I feel closer to the people in my circle. Let's be grateful for what we have. Let's be grateful that it can always be worse. Let us make the best of the situation. Let us figure out how we can make the situation better. I still see neighbors who grow fruits and vegetables in their yard and really distribute them throughout the neighborhood. And the neighborhood does the same thing with each other, knowing the fact that we're not working right now, that we're staying safe, being social distance. We are, scared of what's going on outside. We can't go to the market. But guess what? Even people like our neighbor, someone we might not even know, has the heart and the compassion to care and want to make sure that we're not going hungry. I still see people still willing to be a little closer, not social distancing, just to help out someone who is physically in need, who has struggled, walking, who need help, taking groceries to the car. I still see people doing good deed, and it's not just around the holiday. I still see people throughout this whole year just really stepping up and showing that we need to stick together. We need to help one another, because through this tough time, the only way we can win, the only way we can survive, the only way we can thrive is support, is to work with one another, not to fight against each other, not to start hating, not to complain, but to appreciate and be thankful. Good people are still out there. If you're listening to this, I want to say that you are good people. You do have good intention. And for those of you who just not feeling what I'm talking about, it's okay. I wish you come around soon, because I want to share with all of you that things can get better. It's all up to us, and we can do it not by ourselves, but as a team and as a family, as a community, as a country, as a world. We can do this. I want to take this moment to say thank you to all of my subscribers and those who are passing through. This channel would not have been possible if it wasn't for all of your supports, and I'm very grateful for that. I want to say that I will continue to grow, to provide the best content I can, to continue to guide, learn, and thrive. So again, Thank you guys so much. And don't forget, like always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and do good. Merry Christmas, guys, and happy holidays. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.